Hey, it's Marselis Sky here, back with another video. So you clicked on this video because you want to know the truth about steroids. And I'm going to let you know right now, I do not want to partake in promoting steroids or anybody to use steroids. This is an all-natural page. But I'm about to show you some facts, or tell you some facts and show you some facts. So you will know more about steroids before you start putting a needle in your ass or shooting it in your arm. Stay tuned. Okay, what are steroids? Here's a very simple answer. Anabolic steroids are synthetic hormones related to testosterone. If used properly, they can cause an athlete or a trainee to get bigger or faster and stronger than their natural genetic potential. Where did they come from? German scientists discovered testosterone in the 1930s when Hitler was trying to find ways to develop super soldiers. Makes me wonder if Stan Lee knew about this when he created the Captain America character. They also figured out a way to synthesize this hormone and put in a syringe. So, anabolic steroids were studied further in the 1940s. The Soviet Union and East Germany used them to enhance the performance of Olympic athletes. America caught on and began developing them. This led to the development of the second steroid, Donapol. I guess that's the word. It's kind of hard to pronounce. This drug was banned in the Olympics in 1976. Human performance has since been permanently altered. We never know this, just how many medals, trophies, and championships were won with the help of pharmaceutical assistance. It's a lot of people that's done it. Alex Rodriguez, Barry Bonds, who else? Louis Armstrong, or not Louis Armstrong, Louis Armstrong, the cyclist. Jose Canseco, Sammy Sosa. These people have been caught using steroids. Yes, shooting up, doing enhancement drugs, and you shouldn't do it. If anybody told you you need to do it and they try to call you a punk for doing it, say F you and go on. Natural way is the way to go. Okay, let's fast forward to the 1980s. I still remember the first time I saw a commercial. See, this is an article that I'm reading off of Google to let y'all know about these facts about steroids before you go shooting it up in your butt. I still remember the first time I saw a commercial for a bodybuilding supplement. There was Lou Ferrigno drinking some connection from a blender, one of Joe Wilder's products. The advertisement claimed he drank said supplement before lifting weights. I figured if it was good enough for him, it was good enough for me. I started drinking this awful tasting stuff before practice. This was the beginning of my expensive obsession with the bodybuilding supplements. This was long before the internet. So many naive young men, as himself, got information from the magazines. They were filled with pictures of steroid-using bodybuilders, along with articles about the dangers of steroids. Young men like himself were fooled by the marketing and believed we could look like the pro bodybuilders with hard work and, of course, supplements. He grew up idolizing guys like Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone, both of whom used steroids. Yes, even Arnold used steroids. Even Sylvester Stallone used steroids. The guys that you look up to that had the physiques, y'all call the physique guys and don't want to compare nobody else to them, they use steroids. I never really knew just how much of a difference drugs made in the physiques of my idols. I've seen most of them admit to using drugs in interviews, but many of them seem to downplay the doses and cycles they use, which is true. A lot of people they don't want to admit. They don't want
After how many years you start using steroids?
I ain't never used no steroids.
Understand that if you see somebody making gains really fast, like over like a couple of months, not like years and like 6 months, 8 months, a long period of time, and they're just like getting gains fast and very quick, more than likely they might be on steroids. I hate to say it because hard work. Yeah, if you do hard work, you stay disciplined, you eat right, your nutrition's on point, and you're training with intensity, and you're going to the gym, you're staying consistent. Yes, you can make gains naturally, but whenever you're making gains too fast, it's not natural. And in a way, it kind of makes it hard for me to believe that I can make it to a high potential, because there's so many people that are on steroids that you don't really even know about, or you look up to. So I'm here to inform you about steroids. Okay. The U.S. government decided to classify steroids on Schedule 3 drugs with the passing of the Anabolic Steroid Control Act of 1990. Congress ignored the advice of the American Medical Association, Drug Enforcement Association, Food and Drug Administration, and the Natural Institute on Drug Abuse. All of you agreed these drugs do not create physiological or physiological dependence. So one of the first paradigm shifts for me came with a magazine called Muscle Media 2000. This early 90s publication actually interviewed bodybuilders about the S word. Someone was finally acknowledging the proverbial 500-pound gorilla with bulging biceps in the living room. Now, the S word is the steroids. When that comes in effect, a lot of people, they want to be hushed, they want to be quiet, and they're scared when somebody's like, oh, do you take steroids if you mention it? If they're more than likely, if they're shaking, if they're scared, and they don't want to tell you straight up to your freaking face, they might just be on the juice. They might just be. People don't understand that you still, even though you take steroids, you still got to train hard. You still got to stay on top of your nutrition. All steroids does is enhances your recovery time, and it makes you bigger, faster, and makes you be able to like train longer. That's it. Steroids is not going to just make you bigger just by you just taking them. You have to put in the work. So that's why I still look up to Arnold. I still look up to Sylvester Stallone and all the people that took steroids, because they took it for a reason. I won't take that stuff. I don't need to take that stuff. But they still put in the hard work, and they're still known as your idols today, which some of them are my idols too. And people don't understand, steroids came way back in like 1940s. So over time, yes, it's got better. You think Arnold and Sylvester Stallone was on the steroids that Phil Heath or Kai Green were on? No, it wasn't that strong, but it's getting stronger and stronger. And I want to advise all of you young guys out here that see these big fitness people and these big bodybuilders that are known in the world today. I mean, yeah, it's nothing wrong with looking up to them, but don't think that you gotta take steroids to make gains. Don't think that that's the only way out. That's the only way you need to go. Drugs are bad. Most of these guys, their insides are probably messed up. Yes, Arnold Schwarzenegger has lived a long time, but look at him now, and look at him then. Look at Ronnie Coleman now, and then look at him then. Look at the way they look. Most natural people, when they get that old, I mean, yes, you're gonna lose a little bit of mass. Your skin is gonna look a little bit different. You're gonna get wrinkled up when you get old. That just happens. You age, but you don't lose that much mass, man, naturally. And if you got anything to comment about this, what you think about steroids, or if you got any kind of information out of this at all, then like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm gonna do more topics about steroids and the reason why they're illegal and the reason why they can harm your body. So I'm out. Okay, I'm not gonna close the video yet, but I do need to conclude this video. If you're a teenager, forget about it. Do not take steroids. I just don't think it's wise to mess with your hormones when you barely started shaving. And also, a suspect steroids may cause premature close of growth plates, possibly stunning your growth. And then, train at least 10 years to build your foundation of size and strength first. Take advantage of being at your natural peak years of testosterone production, early teens through 20s. Learn how to lift, eat, and rest. Rest is really key. I need to start taking in that, because sometimes I don't get 8 hours of sleep. You'll be surprised at what you can do naturally if you put your mind to it, which is true. If you put your mind to it, you can become a beast. You can come big. You can look like somebody that's on steroids and not be on steroids. And I'm telling you, it's a good feeling when somebody comes to you and tell you, "Oh man, you must be on the juice," and you can sit there and look them straight in their eye, look them straight in their freaking face, and be like, "Look, I'm natural. I'm natural. Ain't nothing about me fake." Okay. Number 3, decide if the benefits of a cycle are worth the risk of you once you reach your natural potential. The extra muscle or strength is not worth the legal risk. Impressing a few meatheads with a bench press isn't worth sharing a prison cell with one. It's not worth going to jail over just because you want to bench more than somebody or you want to impress those meatheads in the gym that say you're weak. Don't worry about them. Focus on you. Strength, it comes over time. Keep working, stay consistent. You can do it. I promise you. Hey, I hit that high note. Voice slick crack, I don't care. Number 4, do plenty of research before trying something if you decide it is worth the risk. Don't mess up your body or health with a poorly planned cycle. That cycle, if you don't cycle it right, it will mess you up and you can lose hair. Do you want to be bald? Do you want to be bald? And then it can mess with your voice, man. There's a guy that walks around the gym. He's like 58 years old. He's like, "Yeah, man, what's up, man?" Everybody knows he's on the juice. We know it. Don't be that guy. And forget any bogus supplements that they claim to be steroid alternatives. There is no such thing. There's only one. There's one steroid. There's no supplement that's close to steroids. And why would you want to take anything close to steroids? Now, I'm about to get up out of here. But I was just trying to let you know before you get on the juice and start shooting up and thinking you have to take steroids to reach your maximum potential. If you like this video, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Go hard every day. I'm Marselis Scott, and I'm out it like the car.